Alejandro Garnacho has made his choice. Chelsea is his preferred destination. He has informed those close to him. He doesn't keep quiet about a lot of things anyway, does he? But what we know for a certain is that he's leaving Manchester United, and perhaps unceremoniously, both with the coach, Ineos, fellow teammates, and the fans. Even in Malaysia, guys, this guy, clearly it has been the right time for him to move on. Man United for you there. As the build-up does continue, I'm here to give you, of course, this detail of what's going on with Garnacho, and of course, whether Man United will be able to pocket some good cash and perhaps use that to improve this squad. Subscribe, like, and share. Drop a comment. As I do also remind you, have you been educated about this business called the internet? If you haven't, come and understand how the internet works, how do people earn money from the internet, and what you too can do to earn from it. From whichever part of the world you are, I'm here for you. The number is down there on your screen. Book your 1 hour. This month is the last month we are charging. The amount we are charging, I think we should be doubling it at the end of this month. Next month, the fares are going to be different because, again, the demand is so high. So definitely people are appreciating the need to get onto the wagon because people are now already beginning to earn. Now, let's get proper into this football talk because, yes, we are counting down to the departure of Bruno Fernandes. Of course, many of you are waiting for that update, but also the arrival of Matthew Cunha and his medical should be able to happen in the coming days or hours. We should know. We know that, I think, is nearly done. But the exits are again beginning to spread now, and it's looking now clear that Alejandro Garnacho will be leaving. Now, Napoli have been interested in him for a long time. They want so many players, Napoli, from Kevin De Bruyne, talk about Hoyland now, Garnacho, you name them. But Garnacho, according to what we get now, wants Chelsea. Choose Chelsea over Napoli or any other club. Now, remember, that deal could cost around £50 million. I think Man United is willing to pocket £50 million for Garnacho because that's share profit, because he's considered as an academy kid. So United feel they don't care anyway. Amorim doesn't care. They told him to look for a club for himself. He doesn't care where he goes. All they care about is if they get the cash and in time for them to make some good signings to try and improve the squad. So Garnacho has made it clear and known to his colleagues that and friends of people, peers around him, that Chelsea would be his preferred destination, just like what's his name, Rashford chose Barcelona, wants to join Barcelona. In fact, it is believed that Rashford could take a pay cut to play for Barcelona if that's what is required to happen. So for Garnacho, it's looking eminent. But after watching the Champions League final, I was thinking, actually not even just the Champions League final, every game I've watched Desire do a play, in my head I'm thinking of Garnacho and I'm thinking this is what Garnacho should have been. But in his head, that's the funny thing, in Garnacho's head, he's the Desire Due. He thinks he's that good. That's why he will tint his hair the way he wants. He will behave the way he does, because in his head, he's that good. But Desire Due is a typical example of a teenager who is focused and handled by the right manager. But you see, even when at times it's up to the manager, and I was hearing people complain that Amorim should be able to manage these players and stuff. No, there are players who are not manageable. There are players you can't manage. You're not going to speak. This is a job. It's not a, you have 2.5 years to make it work. You're not going to be there pampering a professional, earning more money than you do as the manager. You're not. This is a job. Because the coaching today, unfortunately, you don't have that luxury of time, that you have a lot of time to make it work with a player. So to dwell on one individual, Garnacho, because you know he has a lot of potential, and you pamper him around. You have 2.5 years, your Amorim, it's already more than 6 months. So you have 2 years to win titles, and you're going to dwell and drag and be there begging a one Garnacho to come good, to keep his head up, and to come to humble himself. No way, you can't do that. No one has time for that. It's a job, and your handlers should be able to tell you that it's a job, and you mature. Because there are players younger than him, and I'm talking Due, I'm talking Lamine Yamal, who are behaving well. They are talented, even more talented than him, but also behaving well. So for me, I don't take that those stories of Amorim is a bad manager, blah, 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 and he doesn't have the time to be there pampering an adult. No, he doesn't. So for me, The boy can go where he goes. I think at Chelsea, he would go at Chelsea and certainly start ahead of most of those people. But again, it goes back to his behavior. Because if he continues the same attitude and mentality, he will fall out again with whichever manager he works with. If it's Chelsea, with I don't expect Enzo Maresca to be that tolerant to such indiscipline. Otherwise, he wouldn't be at Chelsea. Wouldn't be successful. So I think he will certainly have learned his lesson from how he was disposed. He thought he was inexpendable for United, but they come in a rebuild, and he's among the first players the coach is telling, get a club. It shows you that you're not all that. People can move on without you, just like people will move on and earn money on this internet with or without you. Whether you choose to go and understand how it pays and you do it, or you don't, or you even choose to learn and not do it, people will still move on and people will earn, and it's all money. So it's up to you to decide whether you come, book your time so that you learn and earn from wherever you are. The beauty with this is that you learn from wherever you are. It's the internet. I teach you through the internet. I train people. A certain training I do for a month, where I've trained lots of people in the US and everywhere for a month, and they are working now, earning money, but remotely. Guys, embrace this technology, understand it, give it time. If you don't know how it works, come to me. The number is down there. This month, the fares are still intact, but there are no guarantees that next month it will be the same. So I'm waiting for you. Let this be the busiest 30 days of my life. I'm okay. I'm ready for it already. You've made the past days so busy, but it's worth it because even meeting you people is quite exciting. I think it's the other interesting bit about this whole experience is meeting and interacting with you people, because I be here talking to people and you see me, I don't know you, I've never met you. So it's a good thing if you're interacting, talking money and business. So it's a good interaction, as you would imagine. So I'm waiting for you, fam, just like I'm waiting for the departure of Alejandro Garnacho. Sooner than later, he will be not a Man United player, and it will hit him. Reality will hit him that you're not desired doer. You are Alejandro Garnacho, a work in progress. Yeah. Subscribe, like, and share. Drop a comment. And of course, I will be back later with more Manchester United news, including after the Champions League final. There is one thing I'm hoping United can do now that PSG have won the title. This could work for United. Already, there is an understanding, I would say, for lack of a better word. There is a sort of a bromance between Man United and PSG. They have done business before with Ugarte because Luis Enrique, like any smart manager, knew exactly what he wanted. That's what I kept saying about this PSG team, that Enrique selected his players meticulously because you see clearly that they just properly fit into what he wants to play as a coach in all positions. Now, how possible is it for Man United to pull out a few of those? I'll talk about that and more when I return. Catch you then. For now, subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell because the transfer heat is getting hotter.